All right, episode 2 of Strangers in Arms, Edge of the Empire Dork Night broadcast. And do you guys want to bring us up to speed from episode 1? Where are we at and what brought us here? Anybody?
Basically, we jumped on a ship headed to. I'm never gonna pronounce his name right. Go ahead, the plan.
Sastiga?
Sastiga, and we jumped on a cargo ship with a very irritable, seemed like he had a high stress pilot. We were riding in the cargo hold after he collected a nominal fee from us. Russ's character, which is
Jasper?
Jasper, went up front to bring him a soda with Carden, and in an attempt to open a very finicky door, he ended up slamming something into a fire extinguisher that threw a bunch of foam and flame retardant.
Sort of exploded gel all over the place.
Captain got his drink. We all were sitting back down. Next thing you know, the captain comes out to say something and turns back around, go inside of his cargo hold, and goes to kick his door and slips. Door opens because of its finicky nature. He slips, falls, and next thing you know, he's grabbing his chest. They rush to help, and we find out he's dead, the heart attack, and all of a sudden a Blair's buzzer is going off saying we're exiting hyperspace and entering manual mode on the ship in 5 minutes.
And nobody here is a pilot, so that makes it that much more interesting. And so we'll pick it up from there. Daemon just came back from the cargo hold, and the rest of you are standing around the lifeless body of Captain Den, previously known as.
Alright, so first off, the intercom, while technically right, wasn't right. We do have about 2 hours before we hit Zastiga.
Yeah, and you can see the counter up there that's showing the time. You know, it's like the pre-warning.
So this is just going off of when autopilot disengages. So we've got 2 hours to learn how to fly.
Which you know from your scientific work and stuff like that, and mechanical work. You've taken flights to various places on occasion, and so you're familiar with this because you've ridden in the cockpit of a ship before.
So.
All right, worker guy. I can't keep calling you. What's your name?
My name's Carden.
All right, Daemon. If I try crashing this thing as little as possible back to where we're supposed to go, if things start breaking, can you fix it? You seem to know a lot about this thing.
Well, I can, as best as you can fly, I can fix. But I could probably fix a little bit better, but that's about.
All right, maybe call someone
I could do my best, let's just say.
I'm sorry, what was the strong guy? What's your name? Tough guy?
Renzio.
Renzio.
I'm saying call to somebody down there and see if they can talk us down, as opposed to, I don't know, crashing. I think it would be safer.
I prefer to call it landing roughly. I mean, I may be able to do this with a little bit of guidance. You're correct. Slow guy. What's his name? What's the slow one's name?
You mean my brother Jasper?
I'm sorry. I just seemed little.
I kind of give a chuckle about that.
Okay. So he is related to you. There is no resemblance. Jasper, is there any way you could see if you could find a manual anywhere in that mess of a cargo hold we were at, or whichever?
Yeah, sure. I just gotta check the body first, make sure he doesn't have any valuables on him.
While you're at it, give me back my 150 credits when you get it.
I gotta find it first.
You better check his pockets twice.
When you went back to the cargo hold, did you happen to find like a toolkit or anything back there that?
You caught that, huh? Some capacitor parts, speeder bike. Like I said, it said capacitator, had a bunch of language underneath. I'm assuming I know nothing about the stuff, but toolbox, I really don't think I've seen, but it's a mess back there. There could be a toolbox, there couldn't be.
All right, I'll go back and check.
Okay, so you and Jasper head back to the.
Oh, hold on. Carden. Before you go, do you know how to? Is there a radio here? Anything? I would take the Renzio, I think his name was. His advice. See if we can try to contact some of the radio also.
I assume that I know where the radio is.
Is it in the cockpit, Game Master?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what are you talking about? Like a radio to?
Comlink to the flight center.
Okay, you're in hyperspace. You won't have any contact until you come out of hyperspace. But yeah, I mean the communicator controls and stuff like that. That's all in the cockpit.
So I'll point out. Okay, here's how you turn it on. Here's how you it should be. Here's your, I don't know, tuning, whatever. Here's your, just give him the rundown of what each of the, controls that he would specifically need to reach the spaceport.
Give me a piloting check.
All right.
No, Carden.
Carden? Okay. What's the difficulty?
I'm going to say 3.
Okay.
Since you're actually not a pilot.
Okay.
You're familiar with some of the controls and the basics of it, but it's still...
Okay. Sure. Ooh, 1 failure.
So, as you're pointing out the communicator to him, and as you're showing him, okay, you turn this, and this is where you put in the Acacia stuff, probably. It looks like this here. You're pointing out basically the ship's intercom system. You point out the radio, but a lot of the other stuff is purely the ship's intercom system. Now, he doesn't know this, and neither do you, but when the time comes... So you guys head back to the cargo hold. What are we doing back there?
Well, first of all, I need to be searching the deceased captain's body and seeing what we can do to make it not look like we killed him.
Okay. Well, you guys need to have that discussion then.
Well, I'm just going back to look for a toolkit or something.
Okay.
That's all I'm doing back in the cargo hold. It's just I need to work with something. I need to be able to fix with something.
Okay. Well, you head back there, and then we'll come back to you in a second. And Jasper, you're searching the body. You do find the 150 credits.
Okay.
You also find a couple hundred credits more on him.
Okay.
He has a vibro knife. He does have a small blaster pistol that is holstered, kind of like inside of his jacket.
Okay, I'm leaving the blaster pistol.
Okay.
I'll take the knife.
Okay.
And there's any identicard or something on him that I got.
You find his it's like a captain's badge. That registers him with the ship, gives him flight credentials to be able to fly in and out of spaceports and stuff like that. It's just got the ID numbers and his name and stuff like that. But you also managed to find 2 other ones with different names, but the same register numbers and stuff on it.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna pocket one of I'm gonna pocket one of them.
Okay.
I don't know how well it's good. It's basically impulse more than anything. And then basically try to haul the body out of the way into, I guess there's an airlock that's used.
There is an airlock that's just outside of there's the cockpit, the intelligence room, and then right by the door that has the ramp that comes into the ship, there's an airlock that's right there.
Okay, I'm gonna put the body in the airlock.
Okay.
Basically, get out of the way, and in case he starts smelling, I don't want it to smell bad. I don't want the ship to smell any worse.
That's what I was gonna say. Is anybody gonna help him with this, or?
I'm just watching in amazement.
Hey, Rangio, you look big and strong. You can help me.
You know, I think we should come up with a story first.
I look
Okay,
over.
that's good, but first we need to move the body out of the way.
Well,
It's in the way.
what do you think they do when they find the body? They don't want it moved.
Well, I'm not going to be
moved it-
stepping on it all over the time. He's in the way. He's right in the doorway.
All right, I'll help.
Okay, so you guys carry it off to the airlock and close it, sort of just manhandle him in there. It's not very delicate or respectful. You both just kind of just like bam, into the airlock he goes, into a crumpled mess. You shut the door. And we'll screen swipe over to Cardin, who's in the cargo hold.
So I'm looking for anything that I can use to fix the ship. You know, I mean, a toolkit. I'm looking for, seeing if there's, you know, a toolkit, or if I know if I can find some tools.
You do see a mechanic's toolkit that's off against the one wall. There's a crumpled up mechanic's uniform that's laying there next to it, and the tools aren't very well organized. They're pretty much just thrown into a box. The downside is that this is a ship that not very common. It's not very popular, and so it's one that you've never seen. That doesn't mean you can't do anything with it. It just means it's not something that's readily flown.
Well, a toolkit's a toolkit at this point. Now, is that mechanic's jumpsuit? Is that roughly about my size?
I would say you could wear it. You know, you might have to cuff up the legs a little bit, but sure.
I just you know, I don't know, because I'm probably going to be, you know, getting dirty doing some of this. I mean, at least to not look like a certain brother.
Okay, is that all you're doing in the cargo hold?
And then those capacitors. I mean, I presume I know what those are for.
Capacitor housings.
Yeah.
They're a small. If you almost think like of a small motor, it's the metal housing, and it's used in a lot of different types of electronics and ships, vehicles. They're just kind of a standard electronic part, you know. But these are just the housings, at least, you know.
So yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, just to keep the ship, you know, partially together and keep that door working, at the very least, you know, just to get some tools and stuff. So I'm not really necessarily looking for anything else at the moment.
You might be able to use the capacitors housings, you know. I mean, it's scrap metal.
Yeah.
At the very least, you know.
I'll probably grab a couple of those just to toss into that toolkit, just in case.
Now,
go ahead.
Question for the GM. Since I've seen it before too. Like, is it like? I guess what I'm trying to think of is eventually, is it worth anything to be sellable, or is it just like a bunch of junk he had in his cargo hold?
Well, capacitor housings. I mean, they're just a machinery piece. Who knows how much they're worth? Nobody here's an expert on capacitor housings.
Right.
They're probably not worth very much. They're just, you know, minor little parts. You might get something out of them, but.
Well, I didn't know, since it was a cargo hold, if that's like he was bringing like a shipment of this crap somewhere, or.
No, these crates are. Well, he's taking them probably to Zastiga. The crates themselves are like maybe the five larger crates are probably about 3-4 feet high and like maybe 4 feet long. The smallest crate is probably 3 by 3.
What I meant was they're filled with these capacitator housings.
Yeah, that's what's on the crates is capacitator housings and that. So, like I said, you might get something out of them. I don't know.
All right.
But Carden, you said you're taking some.
I'll take a couple just in case I might. I mean, just in case I need some
Which
for
crates are
anything.
you opening?
I guess one of the I don't know, I guess one of the bigger ones.
The crates do require a key card to
Okay.
unlock them.
Okay, well, I don't have a key card, so I can, I'll just take the toolkit back up front,
Okay.
back up to the cockpit, see if anybody's got a key card to. But I'm not gonna, I mean, if I don't need them yet, I'm not gonna worry
Right.
about them immediately.
Okay.
I'll probably tell everybody, hey, if you happen to find a key card or anything for those crates back there, let me know, just in case we need to get some of those capacitor housings.
I think I can find some. If not, like maybe Jimmy Luck.
Hey, Jasper.
Yeah.
My credits.
Oh yeah, here you go. 150.
All right, I'm over here trying to figure out this. The pilot,
Well, give me a perception check.
All right, what's the difficulty?
We'll say 2. We'll just say 1 actually.
3 success, 1 threat.
So you look around and there is a piloting basics manual somewhere. I'll say it's tucked underneath the dash, I guess, kind of in a mess of wires.
I'm gonna flip to the chapter that says "Coming Out of Autopilot."
Okay. Before we do that, one thing we forgot to do last time, and we'll do it right now, is roll for destiny. So everybody roll one of those white die.
Oh, but
Good job.
thanks.
Oh, but that's only one.
2, 4, 6 of those.
Guess I'm nothing if I'm not helping out the GM.
And 1, 2, 3 of those. Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's
So,
a big pool.
it is a big pool.
I didn't. Anyway, I'll comment later.
Coming out of hyperspace.
Coming out of hyperspace, it kind of gives you the rundown that when a ship is on hyperspace autopilot, that eventually it'll give a warning ahead of time so that the crew or captain has ample time to prepare and get back up the cockpit and stuff like that. And when it does come out of hyperspace, that manual controls are immediately resumed. So you pretty much have to take over at that point or set the autopilot to another nav point or something like that.
I guess I'm going to.
It gives you the lowdown on kind of where the reverse thrusters are, all the stuff that you would need to come out and get a good control in any given circumstances. But
can I also look for a chapter on setting coordinates and
Sure.
land?
Sure. The landing is pretty technical. Setting coordinates is pretty basic. You can see where it tells you, that the nav computer will come up, and you can make an astrogation check or set in localized nav points and things of that nature. Landing is a rather rigorous procedure that involves putting down the landing gear, turning off certain thrusters, moving to repulse or power, making sure that the hyperdrive engines are off and cooled down. But you have some time to soak all this in as best you can. So, good luck with that.
Thank God.
Carton, give me a perception check.
Should be, actually.
At an average.
Okay. All right, one success.
You see a small 2-drawer file cabinet that's kind of off the side of the door. It's covered in gel and shit like that from the fire extinguisher currently. But it reads cargo manifest, logs, ship logs, blah, 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 blah. And you do see a small tray on top that has various swipe cards and stuff like that in there. So whether or not one of those goes to the crates, you don't know, but
I'll grab those and just shove them in a pocket till we get some of this other stuff taken care of.
okay.
And I'll let them know. I'll let everybody else know just because if we need them. So hey, we've got some. I found some key cards, so if we need to get into anything that we don't have access to, just let me know and
Fair enough.
I'll give them to you, and so we can get whatever we need. And then I don't know. I'll look to see if there's. I'll open up that filing cabinet and see about. I don't know what else might be. What might be in here that we might have missed or whatever.
See if you can get something about the ship number or anything like that in case they ask us while we're docking on the planet we're headed to.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And
Yeah.
The ship credential information.
Can I ask the group something?
Mhm.
Is everybody here in the cargo hold or in the on deck with where the pilots go?
Cockpit?
That's right. The name. Is everybody pretty much in the room right now?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, I kind of look around at everybody and I'm like, look, I only mediocre. I don't know. I might be able to figure this out. I read a little bit of the instruction manual. What is everybody here good at in case something comes along? I know you said you're a good mechanic, right, Carden? You know what you're doing.
I'm good mechanic, and I mean I've flown a number of times. I mean while I'm not
Feel free
I don't have a pilot's license.
Well, feel free to jump in the co-pilot chair unless something goes wrong that I need you to fix it. You've got more experience than me then. Renzio, what do you bring to the table here? I mean, can you help us out here? I mean,
If I can help you out, but I'd like to hear more positive. Yeah, I've flown a couple planes, but we're gonna be all right.
if you want to hear that positivity, you state it, and we'll all pretend to believe you.
All right.
What does your brother bring to the table, Carden? Is there any useful?
Well, we could just ask me instead of just talking to him. No, I am a person. No, I'm very good at sneaking around, and I am definitely good for maybe doing some underhanded work, maybe some pickpocketing, sleight of hand. And if you need a pilot, I have above average natural ability.
You do. Your brother knows how to fly.
We're about the same.
All right, back to square one. All right, can you do me a really important sneaking favor? Can you sneak your ass back there and see if there's any of those noodles?
I'm not your servant. 5 credits. Now, let me go check the cargo and see what he actually got.
Okay, so you're going back to the cargo bay?
Yes, I'm going to be doing back to cargo bay and seeing
Okay.
what we actually got. see if it, anything of value maybe that we could use.
In the meantime, Daymont, give me an intelligence check. Average difficulty. Actually, no difficulty. Just give me an intelligence check.
Oh, one success, 2 advantage.
Okay. I just wanted to make that for future reference as to how much you're absorbing out of this manual. So we'll swipe back to.
For my advantage, can I say that I'm a really fast learner?
I'll say for what the topics you've read, sure.
Thank you. Oh wait, and also because of this fast learning, that I'm gonna get some kind of boost die while I'm flying this thing since I actually read through the manual.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll give you that. So Jasper back in the cargo hold.
Yep.
What are we doing?
Well, okay, we got a bunch of cargo crates with key card locks. I'm basically gonna try to jimmy some of the locks.
Okay, give me. I'll let you decide if you want skullduggery or do you want to do a mechanics.
We're doing a skullduggery.
Okay. It'll be average with 1 setback because these are like mechanical electronic locks.
2 successes, 1 threat.
Okay, the threat is that you basically have to break the crates to get them open, but you do pop it open. The one that you pop open, there's a lot of filler, styrofoam filler that's right to the top.
I'm gonna take out the styrofoam, see what packing material, see what's underneath it.
As you sweep the stuff out and you're just kind of haphazardly throwing it out on the floor, you get down to what is essentially a crate of blaster rifles.
Ooh.
You don't know how many's in there, but there's quite a few. They're still greased up, untouched, and they do bear the Imperial insignia on them.
Oh, great. That's not good. Okay. And can I, from just glancing at the cargo crates, can I sort of say, hey, this is part of a same shipment, like same labels, whatever?
All the
same...
crates are marked the same way, yeah.
Okay. That's a good note. Well, I'm going to definitely try to reseal the crate, or at least make it latch. So it doesn't...
The best you can do is lay the top on it.
Okay, I'll do that. Maybe find some spacer tape somewhere and tape it shut. Okay, guys, we might have a slight problem here with the cargo.
What did you do, Jasper?
I didn't do anything. We need to see what we got, and I know what we got now. It looks like a lot of blasters, a lot of heavy blasters.
Wait. Wait. Like blaster rifle.
Blaster rifles, yeah, the big ones. Blaster rifles, and they're, add another word, what's it called? Adjective? That's a big word. They are Imperial blaster rifles.
I'm kind of just scratching my chin at this, and I'm looking at it as a Jasper. Keep this between the 4 of us right here in this cockpit.
Oh, no problem. I'm the word.
It is not as big of a problem as you think it is. We actually could use this.
One thing I know about weapons is weapons go missing, people get a little upset. Because weapons worth a lot of money. A lot of credit.
Especially the Imperials.
Well, yeah, they might be a little upset too.
All right, Card, you're from this planet, right?
Yeah.
All right. Is there, okay, spaceports-wise, is there a more quiet place to land when you need to land somewhere?
Isn't there just one spaceport?
But maybe I should go to your brother with this.
Probably him, but I don't know if I would know anything.
All right.
GM.
I looked at Carden's brother, and I'm like, hey, listen, you say you work in this kind of field. Is there somewhere quiet we can land this thing?
Oh, you always go outside the city. That's about the best we could do.
Yeah, you do know there's the main spaceport for Dasima, and then there's the larger black market that's outside of the city. They also have their own smaller spaceport, but both of them are traditional spaceports. The black market one doesn't make it any more or less legitimate. And I will say that there's very small spaceports, not really even spaceports, just more landing pads that are in various spots. Like the Mabathi clan, they probably have one or two. There's a pad up on the Platts, and who knows, you know. As far as actual spaceports, there's just the two.
I'm looking more at Jasper. I'm looking for more of a pad, more of a quiet entry in.
I'm going to make a streetwide check to see if there's somebody we might be able to safely land at.
Okay. Just make the average.
Tracking this ship, first of all. Someone's got to be tracking this. If it's a shipment, it's being tracked. Even if it's illegal stuff, somebody. If it's illegal stuff, we don't want them finding us. So, is there a way to sweep this ship somehow for anything that would tell or look like
would anybody
can follow us?
If anybody had that kind of knowledge or where to do that, by all means. But if not, we're already on a ship with a bunch of blaster rifles, so we're already in the thick of things. Jasper, you were doing?
The what?
You were saying?
Oh. Yeah, I'm basically going to figure out what's the difficulty on the roll for...
just average.
Average? Okay.
Yeah.
3 successes and a triumph.
Ooh, first triumph.
Whoa! Oh yeah, I know somebody very well that'd be willing to facilitate an offload of cargo.
You know that
and
there's
give us,
Go ahead.
Yeah, it basically allow us to land and be a little more favorable. I'm just worried they might be working for one of the crime groups. I think the Red Hand. But I don't know. But yes, I do know a place that's out of the way from the main spaceports that we could probably use.
How did you want to use your Triumph?
I want to use the Triumph to basically have a automatic landing beacon we could use, or a landing beacon we can sync up with.
Okay. I'll put that in when that time comes.
Yep. But I know the frequency of the beacon it uses too, so that might help us out.
Jasper, I'm beginning to like you a little bit more.
See, I knew I could help you.
Well, I can see if I can maybe couple together some sort of beacon or scanner to see if there's the shipment is being tracked, or any sort of homing beacon or something.
Yeah, we don't want to come into a welcoming crowd, that's for sure.
So I don't know, Chris, if there's enough parts that I can cobble together some sort of scanner to maybe see if there's a beacon or something.
Well, I mean, you can use the ship's one. The ship's overall one. I'll if you want to do you can either do an intelligence roll or a mechanics roll and find that.
Probably I'll do a mechanics roll.
Okay. We'll make it easy. Because most ships, the cockpits and everything are relatively the same. Where things are laid out on ships are mostly the same. So
I'm gonna walk around and see if I find just anything odd. Maybe there's a light coming from somewhere where there doesn't need to be a light.
On the ship?
Yeah, anything that looks just out of place.
Okay. Get ready to make a perception check here.
All right, two
Alright.
successes, two advantages.
Okay. How did you want to use your advantages? You do find the
Um,
controls for the scanner that you're looking for, and how did you want to use advantage?
Probably just to make sure that if I disable it, probably it just turns it off rather than hey, beat it with a hammer, so to speak.
Right. Right. Okay. So turn it off, not destroy it.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so yeah, you it might take you a little bit of time, but you managed to disable it essentially. So you want the ship to be like blackout as far as
Well, I just don't want if somebody's tracking these blaster rifles, I don't want them to be you know
okay.
up our nose with okay, here comes that ship with our rifles. Okay, let's have a waiting party waiting for them.
All right.
Okay.
While Renzio's out of the room, I kind of want to talk to Jasper and Cardin real quick too.
Okay, go ahead.
I looked to both of them. I said, "Listen, you're both brothers. You both know this place really well." Cardin, I overheard a conversation saying you're out of a job now.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna, I'm gonna need you to trust me on this. Things may get a little sketchy. I need you to leave this in my hands. These blaster rifles, whatever financial difficulties you and your brother are going through, let me lead the way with these. We could benefit immensely off it.
I kind of look uneasy, but the kind of vibe that you've kind of gotten from me during our trip is that I'm just your average Joe, and hey, anything to do with the Imperials, I try to steer away from, rather than oh yeah, hey, let's go and sell these on the black market. It's like no, no, all right. Hesitantly, I'm saying okay. I don't know. I mean, it just seems like a lot of risk, and I mean, I've got my brother to take care of, and if anything goes wrong, just
If this
that
does
whole
right,
spiel.
if this doesn't go wrong, I guarantee you'll have no problem caring for your brother from here on out. I don't know about this Ruzio guy. He hasn't given a lot. He hasn't said a lot. But for now, keep the blaster rifles between us.
And we'll screen swipe to Renzio. Um, so you're kind of just walking around the ship, and you poke your head into the bunks. Uh, it's not a place that's very comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, you've slept in brigs that are more comfortable than this. Um, but
Wow.
to be fair, Den doesn't necessarily get a lot of passengers, and he doesn't get a lot of company, so he really doesn't give a shit about the spare bunks. Um, if anything, he's used those rooms for storage, and so you just find some old clothing, boxes of just crap. There's like some trophies and junk in there. Um, Further through, you get to the refresher. Um, Nothing really out of the ordinary. And you get to the hallway that goes to the cargo hold. And you make your way to the cargo hold. And you stand there and you stare at the crate for a while. And you pop the top off of it because you're curious. It's been a while since you picked up a gun. And you look down in there and you can see that these guns haven't met hands or seen any use. They haven't fired a single shot other than maybe the one test shot they get coming off the line. These all have fresh serial numbers, still greased up, and that many rifles is a serious shipment. And if it's not the Imperials, whoever stole these, that's a big deal.
So I'm looking at, or Renzo, I'm thinking, okay, this might end up in the hands of some really bad people. So my thought process has completely changed. Um, Now I want to find out who they're supposed to be going to somehow. But I don't know if I can find out if there's anything on that ship that would maybe someone left something behind because he was in a hurry and it maybe had something on it.
Give me a perception check. At hard, three purple.
You might get a boost because I did mention of that filing cabinet thing.
Well, that's in the cockpit.
Yeah.
But if he wants to get there as well, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and give yourself a boost, too.
Okay. Wait a minute, I gotta take that out. 3 purple.
3 purple, your perception, and 1 blue.
One blue. And then how many green?
I don't know, what's your perception skill?
Oh, here it is. It's under cunning. Cunning is 2.
Okay, so 2 green.
2 green, 3 purple, 1 blue.
Yep.
Let's see what we get.
1 success.
Well, that's something, I guess.
You find the manifest papers. There's some papers in the back there, and they show the crates as capacitator housings. They say that it's going to some company. And you go back up to the cockpit, and you get into the filing cabinet a little bit, and you're kind of just cross-referencing what's up there as far as the ship's manifest and logs and stuff like that. And there's a separate set of books that are in there. Another sheaf of papers in a folder that has a different name on there than anything that's on the rest of the manifest, but it clearly has, in quotations, capacitator housings.
Man, the other one says what now? The other manifest?
The other one just has a name on it that instead of the company name or the corporate name or whatever it was. It says Oern Kelter, OERN, and that's the only thing that's different on there. It actually has a name to it.
Is it possible it's not locked or anything, like a locked folder I can go ahead and open up and read it?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's just another bit of paper in there, but it's, like I said, it was tucked down in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate what's in this.
Okay. Well, without talking to anybody else, and I don't mean on the ship there, but I mean like in general, really the only thing is just that name is the only thing that's different. So that's a name that might be worth looking into.
Okay. So I'm gonna come out and show the guy. I found what appears to be an odd folder that shouldn't be here.
Could I see it real quick?
Yeah, here, check it out. It's probably nothing, but right now I'm trying to find a legitimate reason to somehow get out of this without being thrown in prison or murdered.
What's his name? I see Oren. What's the name?
Kelter.
I look over at. Look over at Jasper. Jasper, you ever hear about Oren Kelter?
I'm not too sure about that. Should I make a roll?
Maybe an underworld or a streetwise check if you want it hard.
Okay. Streetwise. Oh, nope. 2 failures and 2 advantage.
What do you
Nope.
want to do with the advantage?
Da-da-da-da.
Maybe he's
Is there
just heard
anybody?
of the name.
If there's anybody who might know, who if basically trying to figure out, not if I don't know who it is, but who somebody might know who it is,
Okay.
or somebody I could probably ask.
You have a buddy. Goes by the name of Gav. Nobody else knows what his real name is. He grew up on Zustiga. He's kind of the go-to man for anything. He's in touch with everybody, criminal, political, whatever. He's the go-to guy. Nobody screws him over because he respects the anonymity and the trust of anybody that comes to him. So it's like he's not one to be screwed with, both personally and professionally. But you've known him growing up on the streets and stuff. You've gone to him to fence stuff, find a buyer for a few things that you've stolen, and you've always had a good rapport with him. So, yeah, there's somebody in Dasama that you could probably poke around and get some information from.
Okay.
And at this point, the timer is ticking down, and once again, you hear the warning of coming out of hyperspace.
All right, I'm back in my seat then.
I am definitely going to be in the cockpit also. Not necessarily in the co-pilot or pilot seat, but in the cockpit.
Okay. And you hear hyperspace nav point destination reached. Disengaging autopilot sequence. Resume manual controls in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you hear the engines and all of the stars that were a big blur immediately come to a fine point. And when that happens, the ship lurches out of hyperspace and with a violent shuddering. And as soon as it exits and the stars stop, you just hear this loud, jolting metallic bang and scrape from the bottom of the ship. Lights start flashing all over the dash. Warning messages start popping up. Warning, collision detected. Warning, collision detected. And the ship seems to have exited hyperspace over top of another ship. And basically, you smacked off the top of it. And so you're a little bit out of control. Give me
You son of
a hard piloting check to regain control of it.
Is that showing up clear on my shed?
We're all going to die!
Oh, it's alright, Jasper, I got a boost die. Fucking A. Alright.
Now, me being military at this point, even I'm grabbing the seats and
In
hold on.
fact, I want pilot and co-pilot are fine. Renzio and Jasper, give me a hard coordination check and throw in 2 black dice because nobody's cleaned up that slippery ass gel on the floor yet.
Am I doing my check after they do theirs?
Yeah, do your piloting check after theirs.
And then I guess I was sitting in the
Jasper,
pilot.
you forgot
Yeah,
to
you
add
said
your
you were
black.
going to be in the passenger,
Okay.
the pilot, co-pilot
Okay.
seat. So you guys are okay because you're somewhat strapped in.
What am I looking to roll?
3 green, or wait,
Your coordination.
coordination plus 2 black and 3 purple.
Coordination.
I got a success and 1 threat.
Well, your success is you slide forward, and because of the slippery shit in the floor, you slide forward, both feet just, and you bam right into the back of the pilot's seat. But you grab onto it, and that stops you. But go ahead and take 2 strain for that impact.
Okay.
It's kind of giving. You're seeing stars for a couple moments here. Renzio, your coordination.
Or if you don't have coordination, agility.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at your sheet, Jay, and I see why you're struggling because it's the abbreviated sheet.
Oh.
So it doesn't have all the other stuff on there. So if you don't have it in that list, if I ask for something, just tell me that, and I'll tell you the attribute, or somebody can tell you the attribute that goes to it.
It's agility on coordination.
Okay, so whatever your agility is, which I think is 2.
3.
3? Okay, so you're going to roll 3 green, 3 purple, and 2 black.
Oof.
3 green, 3 purple, and 2 black. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Oh,
Or not.
So you're kind of still in the filing cabinet, and you're kind of putting stuff away. And as this thing comes out of hyperspace and hits the ship, you feel your feet pick up off the ground. And as they come back down, you come down on your heels and you hit that gel and just whoosh, feet go right out from under you and you bam, and you hit the wall. Just go ahead and take 1 wound for that.
1 wound.
Yeah, you'll be feeling that one tomorrow. And I will get you a full sheet, character sheet, and send it to you.
Okay.
And then you can print it out or whatever.
Yeah, I'll probably print it. Where is there a thing on here that shows your wounds?
No, you can just make a note of it. Your wound threshold is 16. So just take yourself to 15.
I could throw that in my...
Now, go ahead and do your piloting check there, Daymont.
Oh.
So when you smack off this thing, the ship is doing it's kind of a somersault like this, and everybody's starting to get nauseous at this point because you're basically seeing planet, ship you just hit, planet, ship you just hit, planet, ship you just hit. It's just. How did you want to use your advantage?
Wow. In the
Planet
middle,
Starship. Planet Starship.
in the middle of all this spinning, I catch sight of the navigation thing, and I want to be able to reach it. And no! I want to reach where he said the radio beacon was, or the radio was.
Okay, for what?
Well, we don't know what. You told me that he told me where the radio was, but he failed the check, so it's not exactly. And you said you'll save it for later, so I can't tell you what, GM.
No, but I mean, what are you trying to accomplish?
I'm gonna try turning it on so I can, send a mayday or something, or try to get coordinates from this planet to see where we're going to.
Okay, so you reach up and steadily trying to get to it, and eventually, bam! You hit the switch that opens the communicator, and you hear a beep beep beep.
Beep beep beep. What the heck was that?
I think it's on.
Ship. Shit. Do we have an identification number?
Did I find one in that
Yes. Yeah.
paper? Okay.
Just rattle off some random number.
Yeah.
This is ship 1748. Jeez.
As you say this, you can hear your voice echoing through the cockpit, through the hallway, through the galley. You can just. It's almost like feedback coming through.
Who made him the pilot? Who thinks I'm bad?
This isn't a radio.
I'm going to get in the co-pilot seat.
You're not sitting on my lap.
Okay, I didn't know where anybody was. So.
Yeah.
Get out of the way. I'm going to take it over.
Yeah, Renzio's against the wall, sitting on his ass right now, rubbing the back of his head. And,
Get on the seat.
Carden's in the co-pilot seat.
Okay.
Crap. I start fumbling around with the radio, the
Uh,
communications system to try to get it switched over to planetary whatever communications.
Destiny might let you find that.
I don't know. What do you think, guys? You think a Destiny point?
Yeah, we're spinning out
Yeah.
of control
All
here.
right. So yeah, let's go ahead and spend a Destiny point for that.
While he's doing this, I'm looking back at Jasper saying, your friend, you said you knew the coordinates, correct?
Yeah. Let me go. Just put the ship on straight first.
That might be your first priority.
I'm gonna use my co-pilot as an assist here, and I'm gonna try to
Okay.
straighten out this ship.
Okay, it's going to be the same check without the black, though.
I didn't have. Yeah, did I have black last time? No.
No, you blue. Without the blue, I'm sorry.
So what's his assist giving me?
Well, you're going to combine your.
Oh, my piloting is 2 green. What's yours?
Mine's 3 green.
Oh, so 2 yellow, 1 green. I'll take it.
Yeah. And 3 purple.
Got it. Boom. 2
Nice.
successes, 1 threat.
So eventually this thing evens out. It starts slowing down. Like you find the reverse thrusters, and you hit them, and everybody kind of jerks for a second. And it evens out. For your threat, though,
You're facing the wrong way.
perfect. Yeah, you're facing the ship that you just hit, and you now see incoming message on a screen over here, which is the actual communicator.
Cardin, what's that message say?
It just keeps flashing. It just says incoming message.
Okay, I'll flip on or read it or activate the message.
There's one button that's lighting up.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
you
So just hit
make
it.
your best guess and hit that button. And when you open that, you hit that, and you open the channel up, the communication channel. You hear, "It's about damn time, Den. Deliver the cargo as instructed, and the credits will be transferred to your account." And then it says end of message. So it wasn't a real-time message. This was like one that obviously when you either just came out of hyperspace or whatever, they sent that message. You just now noticed it and received it.
Yeah, that's the message for delivering the crates in the back.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to use the ship sensor to try to lock onto the nav beacon for the landing pad
Okay.
that we're going to use.
Okay. Give me an average astrogation check, and give yourself 2 black dice for not being somebody that's done astrogation checks and done all that.
Average?
Yep.
I'm definitely going to flip a point on this one.
Okay.
I guess I can't help him at this point.
You can if you want.
Yeah, I'll give him a hand.
Yeah, give him an assist on that.
So yeah, I've got 4 green dice.
Okay. It's one. Okay, so you only got 1 die for assist. I'm trying to figure out my dice pool here.
You'll combine the 2.
So you're starting with
Oh.
4 green. What's your astrogation?
My astragations, I just use my intelligence of 2.
Okay. So then you would have 2 yellow and 2 green. You flip the destiny point so you can
Okay.
upgrade another one of those. So you'll be 3 yellow, 1 green, 2 purple,
Okay.
2 black.
So 2 yellow, 1 green, 2 purple, 2 black,
3 yellow.
3 yellow.
3
Yeah.
yellow from that destiny.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 yellow, 1 green,
Okay.
3 purple, or 2 purple, 2 black.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, so you find that the nav computer, and you kind of make heads or tails of how to enter stuff in after hitting a few things. When the ship evens out, the readout shows different DAF points on there, the first one that comes up is it says Drop Zone 14 Alpha 9. That was pre-programmed in there. That's the one that Den had already programmed into there. Below that is a list of other locations, and there's like Dasima, Galactic Spaceport, New Plateau Garden Spaceport, code required, Rural Trader Outpost Spaceport and Storage Facility. That's the Black Market Spaceport. And then there's 2 unknown ones where it says name not found. Now you can manually punch in a different one and override the Drop Zone 14. The place that you know of is outside of town and sort of out in a scavenger area. So you can punch that in, and it resets the nav beacon, and you can see the holo thing shift, and it shows you the point on the planet.
All right, so we got 2 choices: either go to my spot or the spot we're supposed to be going to.
I'd probably say the spot we're supposed to be going to. I mean, unless we want, the Imperials and this other group after us, but that's just me.
Let me lay out the options, Carden. I know. I see you're hesitant about who gets these guns. We drop it off in the original spot. We don't know where they go. We're not the captain, so we're going to be questioned. We definitely are not getting paid, so it's a free shipment for them. We go to your brother's spot. We have a chance to hide the weapons. We have a chance to put them on our own, and nobody knows that they're going to be looking for the captain. We hide this ship well. They're not looking for us. We are 4 stowaways from Coruscant that came here to Zestivo.
I take the option for not getting killed.
I do have to agree with Jasper on that one.
For what? You agree with me? Oh my gosh, the heavens are aligned, the stars are aligned. This has never happened before. I gotta write this in my life journal.
I can't force either of you which way to take, but if we stop where we're supposed to go with these, we could either be arrested or killed on the spot because they're going to wonder where the pilot of this ship is.
Well, no, you're okay. You do actually have a point. So I don't know. What does everybody else have to say?
Ranzio?
Does anybody have anything to say? Do we follow Damont's advice? All right. Anybody else?
All right, here, let me put it in perspective. Renfio. I don't know, what you're looking at or whatever in this trip here. We could be looking at heat we pull into the site where these weapons belong at.
Yeah, that's very bad for me. I was trying to keep a low profile, but now looks like
I'm going to be honest with you because I respect Carden right now. Either way, it's not going to be easy on you. But if we drop them off where they're supposed to go, they know who we are right away. Whereas if we go where Jasper knows, he's got contacts there, we hide the ship, we hide the cargo, nobody knows we are on this ship. We are 4 stowaways.
And who knows, maybe some third party could arrange to have the shipment actually given to the property owners. And then nobody be mad at us, right?
Correct, Jasper. We'll go with that.
Sounds good.
okay.
Well, as the ship evens out, you can see the small tan and green planet of Zastiga, and you can see one large landmass surrounded by green oceans. Taking up most of the landmass, you see flickering lights of the large sprawling city. Go ahead and give me a piloting check, and this will put you on course to the nav point.
I'm going to use my combined total again, or my co-pilot.
Okay.
And still 3 purple?
We're going to say it's Let's say it's 1 at this point. You've stabilized, and now you're just moving forward.
Two success, two advantage.
Okay. What did you want to use your advantage for?
I could use my I would like to use my advantage GM as as I'm getting the hold of this. I kind of understand now how to land. So next time you're gonna make me land, I kind of get a boost dice.
Okay. You'll need it.
I figured as much.
Carden, give me a mechanics check at average.
Now does okay, my gearhead? I guess I should have been using this before, but well, no, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Gosh. Yeah, no. 2 failures and 4 advantages.
You're still your head's still the gravity of the situation and everything that's transpired in the last 24 hours. You still haven't settled your mind on yet. For your advantage, though, I'll suggest partial and say that you find some technical manuals for the ship, kind of in the same spot where he found the piloting basics ship book. And so you pull that out, and that'll allow you to do some reading on that. Did you want to use the advantage for anything else?
Now is it actually a book or is it like a data pad?
I'll say for the sake of Den, it's a book.
It's a book. Okay.
Yeah.
I might. I don't know. I might record some of like the information, some like key information, some actual like probably like maybe just the basic ship stats.
Yeah,
what the.
It's going to give you all the technical information about the ship. So,
yeah. At least that way, hey, I mean, this ship can only go, light speed for like the light speed class or the hyperdrive class and some of that just to.
Well, if you want to give me I tell you what, I'll leave it up to you. You can give me a perception or a computer check. Now that you've got this manual and the technical aspects of the ship, you can kind of start looking at the controls and the readouts and getting a better understanding of it. And that'll just be at an average as well.
Okay. I'll do a computer check.
Okay.
There we go.
That's a lot of success.
5 successes, 1 threat.
So you managed to find the readout that kind of just monitors the overall ship systems, and as Damon's evening out the ship and starting to steadily move forward, you're starting to see a lot of stuff in red, and some of the things that are coming up on the display are landing gear unable to deploy, landing gear hydraulics offline, ballast tank gyro out of sync error, ventral sensor array offline, and there's a few other minor things, but those are the key things that you're seeing.
All right, so it looks like I've got a little bit of work to do. How far from the planet are we at this point?
Maybe a couple hours.
A couple hours still. Okay. I guess yeah. Let them know what all's coming up as redlining and look basically.
Go ahead,
well,
let them know.
Yeah. It looks like I've got my my work cut out for me here. So I've got to go and try to get the landing gear and the gyros and ballast's all as repaired as I can with whatever parts are here.
All right.
So, uh,
Daymont,
some
give me another piloting check.
Oh, he left, didn't he?
Yeah,
Jasper.
he's off studying the stuff.
Jasper, jump in the co-pilot seat.
Awesome! Awesome!
This is his moment. He's been waiting.
All right. I'm gonna
I'll show you how to do this.
use our combined check now. So, what is your piloting? And are we planetary or space right now?
You're just outside of atmosphere. You've gained a considerable amount of speed.
So, still space planetary.
Uh,
No, it's space.
Space piloting, yeah.
yeah.
No, not planetary piloting. It'll always be space piloting.
Okay.
I have 3 agility. Just 3 green dice.
All right. 2 yellow, 1 green again. And what's the difficulty?
What was it last time? 1?
1. Yep.
It'll be 2 this time.
Why not just bump it up to? Never mind. Just shush. 1 success, 1 threat.
So as you get into the atmosphere, everything starts shuddering again, and you can feel the ship wants to rotate to the right, and you're fighting it. You can feel it in the controls that it keeps wanting to rotate to the right, not turn right, rotate. As you power down through the atmosphere, you can give me another check if you want. Because now you're entering atmosphere and the shuddering is getting worse and the cooling is getting worse.
Same difficulty?
It's going to be 3 with 1 black.
You're kidding me. Balls.
We're all gonna die!
2 success, 3 threat. The little engine that could, biatch.
You break through atmosphere, or the outer atmosphere, and now the ship is really you're having a hard time keeping it level, and you can feel it wanting to really pull up. And on the ship's warning display, the warning indicator starts flashing, and the ship's voice comes back on again, and it says, "Warning, ballast tank is critically low." And then you see a number, and it says 50, and that you can see that that's like the ballast tank amount in there, and it says 50, and then like a few minutes later it says 49.
All right, I'm gonna hit that button that I did that actually did the whole comm link over the entire ship, and I'm gonna speak into it. Cardin, not sure if you can hear me. Is this working? Hello, ballast tank is going down fast. First priority.
Cardin, give me an intelligence check. And you guys, over this intercom, you guys can talk back and forth.
Okay.
So, and it'll just be average.
Average. Okay. And straight intelligence.
Yeah, and give yourself a boost die because you've got the manual in front of you, so you can start looking up stuff.
Okay. 2 success, 2 advantage.
Okay, you're flipping through the book and you find the section on the ballast tank, and a quick thumb through of this information, you find out that the way this ship works is it's essentially one tube, and then there's a huge ballast tank that's filled with like a liquid metal here, and then there's weight on the wing, the ends of the wing, and that ballast tank keeps it evened out. When that ballast tank loses its fill, it starts to pull the wing up because it wants to even itself out. And so if that number is ticking down, somewhere you've got a serious ballast tank leak.
Okay. Probably from with my mechanical engineering, probably would know where it's at. Now, where it is on the ship, I don't know, because obviously, like you said, this is a fairly unknown ship for me.
Right.
So I don't know where it's necessarily at, but I probably know what's causing it, or at least like, oh, it's the whatever.
Well, I'll screen share this to you so you can have a look at it. Or maybe not. It's not showing up on there.
Quick question off game, Chris.
Mhm.
GM, do you have the clock running still?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to be sure. So
Yeah,
you-
oh yeah. Basically, the ballast tank, like here's the bulk of the ship, here's the tube, here's the cockpit, here's the wing. The ballast tank is right there. And then
Okay.
there's also ballast tanks along the sides, and those stay evened out to keep the wing down and keep it flat. And if it's saying the main ballast tank is leaking, that's the large liquid metal tank, not the small ballast tanks on the side. Those can be changed to accommodate for weight in the cargo hold.
Okay, then I'll start working on trying to see if we can get anything to fill it or whatever. Well, I'll go and check it out
Okay.
and see what's going on. Actually.
Give me another piloting check.
What's my
Now
difficulty
you're
now?
maintaining speed. You're now going to be at 4. It's fighting really, really hard.
Oh,
This thing
it's
straight.
how do I do 4 failure, 1 triumph, and 1 advantage?
Well, you got a triumph, but it's not a success.
Yeah.
It's
So you have an advantage. You have a triumph. The ship starts really pulling up, damn near out of control. Like you're literally like pulling on the controls to try and keep this thing level. What did you want to do with your triumph?
I have no clue. Pass a boost die over to Cardin to help him. Maybe he figures it out on how to do this ballast thing.
Well, you're pretty close to the surface. I give you a better option, and that might be to find a reasonable place to put this thing down, even in its current state, without like completely smashing into rocks.
Okay, that's a good enough triumph for me.
Because you're minutes away from ground.
Okay, I didn't know how close we were. That's good enough.
I'll say you find a spot in the desert. It's more of a sandy area. It's kind of off away from the city. It's close to where your nav beacon is, but it's not in the hard, rocky terrain. So give me one last piloting check.
With 5. No.
Don't give any ideas.
You could spend a destiny point
He's
too.
gonna-
Spend a destiny.
He's gonna throw
Yeah.
a red at us before we know it.
Spend a destiny.
Yeah.
I don't really want to end up
And in
being.
fact,
we
that's
got
a good
4
one.
spares in case we need to roll them from not dying.
It's going to be 2 purple and 1 red.
Why did I say that? I'm gonna use a destiny point to flip that red to a purple.
Can't do that.
Oh well.
No,
All
that's
right.
what the GM does. He does raise the stakes. You can basically turn one of your green into a yellow.
Yeah, you can upgrade your roll. So you can still do the same roll with the assist and upgrade one of them.
Boost. I might take the risk. So I got 2 yellow, 1 green, 1 blue, 2 purple, 1 red.
No, not a blue.
I get a boost because way back when you asked for my advantage,
Oh,
I asked
yeah. That's right. But you're upgrading an additional die on top of the assisted upgrade, right?
No, I'm not using that. I'm not flipping that destiny yet because he's got three green. I have 2 green, so that gives me 2 yellow and 1 green, anyways.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this. All right, I'll flip the destiny point, make it 3 yellow, and here we go. Oh yes, 2 success, 1 advantage, 1 triumph.
Oh.
So
We're gonna live. We're gonna live.
at this point, you find this spot in the desert, and you find this, like, it's kind of a dune, and you hit, the ship is, the wing is, like, up at an angle. Poor Renzio, who still hasn't strapped in or done anything yet, he's kind of bouncing between the cabinet and the wall, but he's managed to brace himself, and he's just, like, closing his eyes, you know. As you come in and you hit the ground a couple times,
A gold medal for sticking the landing.
it comes sliding to a stop, but it slams right into the dune, the sand dune. And when it does, like, sand basically covers 90% of the ship. So it's laying there, and the only thing is there's a wing sticking out of the top of the sand dune, and there's a little bit of an airlock in the back that's sticking out in the back. And everything comes to a stop. The ship blacks out, and then slowly the systems start coming back on. What did you want to do with your Triumph?
For my Triumph, can I request that Jasper knows a frequency to get a hold of, since we're close, can get a hold of his friend through our radio since our systems are back on, and we can get maybe be able to convince a ride out of here and figure out where we go from there?
Sounds good. Don't forget you got the speeder in the back, too. It only carries 2 people, but...
Right.
All right, that sounds good. And everybody's shaking off their the landing. I'm going to say, Carden, you got kind of tumbled around a little bit, but you open your eyes and it's totally pitch black. You wonder if you're dead for a moment. Then everything starts kind of flickering back on. You're like, oh, thank God he made it. And we'll end it there. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and see you next episode.